speak, allow me to say that Muranga County has really made us proud, because again, apart from that, I recognize the presence of one of the youngest MCA in Muranga County, who is also an USPAC alumni. To become a coffee shani. So we are very proud. Ni mdogo si mdogo. Comrade.
Ako sawa.
Si mnaona ako sawa. Tuko fully represented, sio? Sometimes, you know, when I say my age, most of the people wanashangaa, but now I'm equally encouraged by having this youth and a young person really sitting in that place. So karibu sana, say some remarks so that we can be able to be encouraged this day. Happy International Asante.
Ladies and gentlemen, Vice Chancellors present, Deputy Vice Chancellors, Deans, leaders of UC Park, UN officials, comrades and volunteers, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Stephen Munani from the great county of Muranga County. I usually say it's through the grace of God that I'm serving as the youngest deputy governor in the country. At the age of 29, I don't see it as part of my great effort or experience, but rather the vision that youth can be able to get to greater heights through determination and putting themselves forward. I want to recognize that I didn't come alone today. I was accompanied by two members of my county assembly, Honorable Charlene Wambui, and presently she's also the chair of the youth committee in the assembly. I also accompanied by Honorable Manucho, the other bottom-up, who's the one in my county, a former Buddha writer and now nominated member of the county assembly in Muranga County. Today, in the International Volunteer Day, I want to appreciate what volunteerism can really do in a young person's life. I want to explain my journey through political leadership, through my volunteer journey. I began as a volunteer when I was in university, in Masinebo University in Kakamega. I was a student of disaster management and international diplomacy, and knowing that you are a student of disaster management, you need to go where disasters are. But within the Kenyan policy framework, the employment rate of disaster managers are very minimal. So I had to get to volunteering through the Kenya Red Cross, through the peace ambassadors, and that's where I began my journey. So in 2012, I joined the university chapter for Kenya Red Cross, that is in Kakamega. I also joined the Masinde Murilo chapter for peace ambassadors, and I began through my journey of volunteerism so that I can be able to have an impact in the community. I remember my first work as a volunteer was through the Kenya Red Cross, was jiga protection, jiga eradication somewhere in Bungoma. Tulienda kuosha watu miguu na zile dawa za jigas. For those who do not know how that works, it's one of the works that zinahitaji ukuwe na roho ngumu kidogo. Because washing jigas in children's feet that are eaten out ziko na vidonda, it takes the work to be able so that you can have an impact. This journey, I also began volunteering back home in the Kenya Red Cross Thika chapter, Thika branch, where I began a journey of community development that saw me get into in touch with the leaders within my region. In 2013, I got nominated to be a member of the District Disaster Committee member in Thika District. That is in 2013, led by the then DCC of Thika District, as one of the young volunteers from the Kenya Red Cross. This is where I got to interact with government administration and how policies are implemented in each and every day within our society. Again, I began a journey that led me to the place where I understood that for a youth to become a person in the society must be ready for you to work for the community in a voluntary basis. Once again, I want to recognize the role of volunteerism within the nation and nation building. Within the role of volunteerism for the young people within the leadership of this nation. By recognizing, I want to define politics as I know it or how I have come to know it. Politics, in my perspective, I define politics as such for a democratic space where you can be able to form government, organize government, and later implement the manifesto of the government that you have organized. My simple political journey that began last year in politics, I have come to learn that you need to be organized for you to get any position within the political leadership of our nation. You cannot do this alone, but rather you require the organization of volunteers. When I began looking for an elective position, I came across young people who wanted to support my vision once I explained to them. They told me they do not have money, but they do have the necessary tools, or rather they have the energy to move around to the villages so that they can sell my vision. And so I began through these volunteers, not paying them, but rather they helped me articulate my vision for the people. Unfortunately, as it were to be the case, I fell through the nominations of the UDA party that was in April. But later, the effort that we had raised as young people through the UDA party in Muranga County, I was selected to be a running mate and the deputy governor designate for Dr. Igongo Kangata, who is also an alumni of the University of Nairobi. I want to talk about these volunteers because the youth have been used in politics towards the ends of politicians, but they have not been recognized in terms of what they contribute in search of government and in the democratic space. The youth volunteers that we had a very difficult task. Madam Charlene and Honorable Charlene and Honorable Manucho were among the volunteers within the teams that we had. Their work was very difficult. It was to wake up early in the morning, call each and every person within their respective region and know what they need from us as their leaders. They want to understand what they expect from their incoming government and from the leaders that they were supposed to expect from them. And for us was to help us create and craft a manifesto that was geared towards developing a nation. This journey of volunteers is very important to us today. Because the youth people, the young people are used in one way or the other to be able to articulate the agendas of the nation. And today, as we celebrate the International Volunteer Day, I want to recognize the effort of these volunteers in forming the current government. The Hustler Nation was formed through very many volunteers who worked together. Very many leaders within government in this nation rode on the shoulders of volunteers so that they can be able to form government. And this is why I recognize them today as part and parcel of what they intend to do within the development of our nation. Allow me to finish this speech by quoting one of my inspirational speakers, Edem Agbani, who wrote within his quote, "Young people must have their voices heard at all times. We cannot afford to be passive participants in the conversations about our future. Rather, we must get active and be creative so that we can create the future we want and the way we want it." Thank you, and God bless you all.